Right now at noon, honoring the victims, more memorials and funerals are planned today for those who lost their lives in the Orlando nightclub massacre. Meanwhile, we're getting new details about the night of the shooting and how authorities responded to the scene, plus an emotional reunion between a first responder and a survivor. Angel Colon, who we talked to earlier this week, met the police officer who rescued him from the nightclub after the shooting. We start with Local 10's Erica Rayco. She is also in Orlando. She picks up our team coverage with new details about the emergency response to the shooting. Erica.
You know, Cheyenne, we've all been able to imagine the chaos that was going on when this shooting happened. And now one of the district fire chiefs is actually painting a better picture for us. One of the fire departments is just 200 yards away. The firemen on duty heard the first shots. They knew immediately something bad was happening. And we're getting a better picture now also of how many people were spread out all over the place. There's an Einstein's Bagels right across from the club. That became the main triage area.
It wasn't just a mass casualty, it wasn't just an active shooter, and it wasn't just an explosive ordinance. This was a culmination of all three of those events.
Carried out by bystanders, other clubgoers, police officers, and rushed to the first paramedic in sight.
The toughest part was to watch a fireman operate underneath that mass casualty protocol and have to put a black tag on an individual because they were deceased right there on the scene, and there wasn't anything that we could do.
District Chief Bryan Davis was here himself within 3 minutes of that first 911 call, and within 10, 80 firefighters were too. They treated dozens of people. 3 hours later, after the SWAT team moved in, dozens more.
This one moved, this one changed. Our victims were dispersed in various radiuses of the nightclub, and as such, we had to adapt by designating additional treatment areas throughout the scene.
They have seen the worst of the worst. They have trained for situations like this, but this was real, and they are still suffering.
It's really hard to gauge what we could or could not have done. I can tell you, for the individuals working on the scene, they worked well.
And between 2 and 5 a.m., there were more than 600 calls made to Orlando's police and fire departments. The firefighters, everybody who responded to the scene that morning, is still going through intensive therapy. We're live in Orlando this afternoon. Erica Rayco, Local 10 News.